welcome to another edition of the PEN News, Persian Empire News. My name is Stan White here along with my partner, Ron Burgundy. Ron?
How are you doing, Stan?
Perfect, perfect. A lot of late breaking news.
I can't wait to hear
Right out of the front.
Let's hear it, let's go.
Well, 1979, the Ohr Hamizrach Persian community actually goes away from Iran, comes to America. They actually start off in a Red Roof Inn that was actually on these premises, turned into a massive pink mosque where there's a lot of prayer worship. Due to the enlargement of the Persian community, the White House actually asked the Ohr Hamizrach administration to air this very special message from President Obama. Due to failure, President Obama actually himself begs Rabbi Daniel Golfes to air this very special message. Take a look at this.
خدمت شما امیدوارم که حالتون خوب باشین. سال نو رو به شما تبریک میگم. سال جدید 1392 رو از طرف امریکا به ملت ایران تبریک میگم. مبارک باشد انشالله تعالی. نوروز مبارک.
ان عید شما مبارک. ان عید شما مبارک. ان عید شما مبارک.
That was President Obama speaking to the Ohr Hamizrach nation today. Ron.
Stan, it's clear evidence that he has some Persian nationality in him. At all, he might be completely Persian. Even though we have documents actually in front of me right now, I see that he has a birth certificate from Iran. Seemingly, he has some sort of Persian nationality in him, Stan. So what would you have?
Well, you know what? These
that?
are the really surprising remarks we find out of our president, you know, on a constant basis. He's from Hawaii, they say. You know, he speaks a fluent Farsi.
Fluent.
There is no way that he's born on American soil.
No way, no way.
And we'll see how the story unfolds. In other news, actually, breaking news, Ohr Hamizrach shidduchim arrangements have been made, these Shabbatons have been made by Rabbi Ari, Rabbi Balanis, all across the Persian community, including Los Angeles, Great Neck, and Baltimore. Lately, Rabbi Ari has been addressing how there's a shidduch crisis, and not just a regular shidduch crisis, you know, in the general population, but strictly to the Ohr Hamizrach Persian girls in Baltimore, saying that they're not getting too much attention and how boys from this community are actually going to a large range of places except for Baltimore, including Los Angeles, California, Iran, and other parts of the world. So due to this, you know, big topic over here, comes big topic, and you know, whether they got permission is one story, a lot of controversies, a very big topic, and you know, we have to actually break down this story because when it comes to these big topics, there are a lot of thoughts. Ron, you want to talk to me about what you think should be done, shouldn't be done, whether there is a crisis or there's not a crisis?
You know, and honestly speaking, I'm here to defend the boys because, you know, I was speaking to multiple boys in Baltimore, and majority of the answers that I've received were, I want a new flavor. I've seen the flavors around me. It's just, you know, I want a new atmosphere, a new look, a new girl. I've seen the same girls my entire life. It's almost like a sister. This is what the boys are saying to me. So at the end of the day, they do have reasonings towards their, you know, towards their certain ideas that they have. I mean, according to you, Stan, why would you think that they wouldn't have a reasoning?
Well, actually, very interestingly enough, I sat down on a one-on-one with Rabbi Ari talking about this crisis, and you know, I told him how guys actually, you know, they have the vanilla and chocolate ice cream. They're adjusted to that flavor. They want to go out there and get a new flavor. Correct?
That's what they're saying.
So they're going to go to getting the blueberry ice cream. Let that be New York. Let that be Los Angeles.
Let that be
However, Rabbi Ari actually told me back to this parable that I actually told him that they haven't tried.
Rabbi Ari's parables. They're one of a kind.
From the stories of Rodin to during Shabbos and during the weekday, we know about those parables. However, he said that they do not give it a chance. They don't try the vanilla ice cream. They don't try the blueberry ice cream. They got the chocolate.
What do you mean they don't try it? They're around them.
They don't try. That's what he says. And you know what? Back to what you said about that, Ron. If you're telling me that there are no girl, that you know, talking about girls and talking about this big crisis.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that there's no girls in Baltimore. That's one of the other reasons they gave me. Besides for the fact that they don't have any flavors, but there aren't any more girls. They're not there. They don't see them.
Well, you want to know something?
I would like to know something. Yes, I see you're defending the girls very well.
I am actually, you know, there are a lot of girls and they need, you know, it's one man, shidduch crisis.
Someone has to show me a list. I have no idea. I don't see them around.
There's only a certain amount that I could do. You know, it's very expensive to have a lot of wives. So, but you know what? Check out this list with the girls. Check out this list I just got in. Check out the list.
Where did you get this
Baltimore Ohr Hamizrach congregation. Rabbi Ari gave me that list.
Rabbi Ari himself gave you this
Rabbi
list.
Ari, yeah. When he says there's a shidduch crisis and he wants to arrange something, he will take care of it.
You know, Stan, this is interesting. Not know that they. I'm convinced, Stan. I'm convinced.
Ron, when I told you that I sat down with Rabbi Aryeh, it wasn't a joke. And you know what? Wherever Rabbi Aryeh is, I think it's time for him to take action.
I think it's all time for us to show that Rabbi Aryeh.
Rabbi is right. Rabbi is right.
You know, at the end of the day, he has sources. He has proof.
He has sources.
Documentation.
He has sources, and he has a concern.
Boys, stay in Baltimore. It has potential. It has potential. Anyways, a special report just came in that scientists from the Iranian communities, including Iran, including Chicago and Baltimore, and New York as well, in Brooklyn. The headquarters are in Brooklyn. They actually came up with this invention of reading people's mind with this very special, unique device and mechanism that they have created last year and just came out a few days ago, February 25th. Take a look at this. We actually put in this device. We snuck it into the mastermind behind the Ohr Hamizrach committee, the name Rabbi Golfez. We put it into his office to see what he's really thinking in his office. Take a look.
If I had a small fortune. If I were a rich man, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. All day long I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. If I were a bitty rich, idle man.
Very unique device. Stan, what are your thoughts?
Unique, it really is.
Very unique. Anyways, our PEN experts right now are overseas. They have Solomon and Isaac live. Take a look.
Hi Ima, hi Abba. I'd like to give my Karsa Tov to you, and I'd like to wish you a heartfelt Mazel Tov on being the honorees of Ohr Hamizrach. As far back as I can remember, my parents were always like the eager type, very excited to be a part of Ohr Hamizrach and to take part in all the events that they do, like Pioneer Run, and my father doing the dinner before Pesach, and my mom takes care of the women's events, and I'm very proud of it. As a child, I always looked up to my parents, for being always like the great type, So I'd like to give my Mazal Tov again, and I'm sorry that we couldn't be there to partake in the Simcha with you guys. Be'ezrat Hashem, next time. Here we have Shlomi here with some inspirational words.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Hi everyone. First of all, I wanted to thank the community for being an amazing community, for being such a good community. I want to thank my parents for being amazing parents. I want to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving us the opportunity in order for being part of such a great community. And every parent knows that they must ask Hashem to help them for chinuch and for help with the kids. And they also have to do their part. But Baruch Hashem, our parents, they did their part. I want to thank them. I want to thank the community for being such a great help to my parents and for us, and being such a great role models for everyone, and my parents for being great role models. I want to thank Kadosh Baruch Hu for everything He has done for us. Thank you so much. Bye guys. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Solomon and Isaac, all the way for that special message, all the way from Jerusalem. While across the pond, we're going to be sending you out to the Middle East, where PEN headquarters take you live.
Stand for a tale so grand. Shushan is the place where it all began. The hidden miracle. One man, second in command. Slay all the Jews was his wicked plan. A scheme so miserable. He chose a day for the disaster. It's ironic what came after. He didn't know a girl named Esther would turn it upside down. So raise your glass if you can see the hidden meaning. It's right in front of you. We will never be anything but proud to tell the story. Then now for who? Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Esther became the queen, cause God was pulling strings from behind the scenes. She wore the royal crown. 3 days the Jews just prayed. Queen Esther risked her life, went to save the day. She took Haman down. The streets were filled with celebration. Everyone ate Haman tashin'. Jubilation for the nation. So raise your glass if you can see the hidden meaning. It's right in front of you. We will never be anything but proud to tell the story. Then now for who? Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass.
La Yehudim, oy sayra, Rav Simcha v'sasayin vikar. 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 I can't yeah, long nu, Rav Simcha v'sasayin vikar.
What a touching video for such a touching time. That wraps up the news on PEN for 6 o'clock. Just before we end off, we cannot ignore such a special thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Gabriel Golfes for such special kindness and the hundreds of years of special devoted kindness that they gave to this Ohr Hamizrach Persian community. And I think it's time to actually set a little time before we end off to talk about such great people at this very special time.
Stan, I know Gabriel for millenniums, honestly. It's just being sarcastic, but I just know him so well. Knowing him as a neighbor, knowing him as a friend, as almost like an older brother, He just does so much for us, He goes out of his way. Him and his wife Rachel, just constantly looking out for people. If it's in matters of shidduchim, if it's in matters of making programs in the community, if it's in regards to cooking for the community. It's lists and lists that we have. Just, you know, we just can't thank them enough, you know, for the time and devotion they have. You know, what do you think, Stan? I mean,
let me tell you just a fascinating story, just to improvise on what they do. You know, I actually know the story with Mr. Gabriel. He was actually going fishing with I think Javi Cohn and your father actually, and they were actually on the forefront of Madagascar. They were going platypus fishing.
Platypus fishing? I didn't even know that was an animal.
Platypus.
Interesting.
And
I'll Google that tonight.
And there was actually a Persian establishment there. It was an embassy.
Really, in
Madagascar? They
Madagascar?
actually did Kirov, that person that they actually were Makarov, they actually found the Meshidach. He actually lives in the Baltimore metropolitan area. And you know, you see how when they even have time to take it off, take it easy, they're always helping out.
Always helping out.
And we really
never a time they're sitting back relaxing.
We really have to give them a special thank you. And that wraps it up for the 6 o'clock news with me. And as always, don't forget,
Stay classy, San Diego.
Stand for a tale so grand. Shushan is the place where it all began. The hidden miracle. One man, second in command. Slay all the Jews was his wicked plan. A scheme so miserable. He chose a day for the disaster. It's ironic what came after. He didn't know a girl named Esther would turn it upside down.